Hey folks, I bet you can't guess where we are today.
That's right, medieval times. Did my homework last night on the World Wide Web. They got it going on, Blair.
They do. We're here in beautiful Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We're about to see a great show, and I think they're going to feed us some yummy food.
And this is what Horsetail is all about. We're going to go behind the scene and show you what's going on.
That's right, so stay tuned for more exciting horse tales. Joining me now is Jennifer Willard, Marketing and Sales Manager here at Medieval Times. Jennifer, how long have you been the Marketing and Sales Manager here?
Well, Blair, I'm almost afraid to tell you. I'm about to be a medieval relic. I've actually been with the company for almost 7 years now at this Myrtle Beach Castle. It's a great place to work and a wonderful, very fun show.
How'd you get started in this? Did you grow up riding horses?
Well, I'm an East Tennessee girl, so I grew up loving horses and riding horses. So this was a very, very exciting opportunity when I found out they had a position open here at Medieval Times, and I was all on it. So here I am today.
Well, that's great. They're lucky to have you. How many shows do y'all put on a week?
Well, during the off season, we do shows on selected nights.
Okay.
During the summer season, which is usually Memorial Day to Labor Day, we do shows nightly. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, we do double shows, 2 shows, one at 5:45 and one at 7:45, and then the other nights of the week we do 6 o'clock every night.
Jennifer, what can we expect to see in the show today?
Wow, Blair, well, I know you have not been to Medieval Times Dinner and Tournament before, so this is going to be really exciting for you.
I am excited.
Medieval Times is America's largest dinner and theater corporation. Everything we do is based on real Spanish medieval history. So upon entry, we're going to be crowned as a patron into one of the 6 different colored realms, and that's the night for which we'll be cheering for the rest of the show, and of course the kingdom for which we're going to belong. So in the show, you're going to see all kinds of fun stuff. You're going to see medieval pageantry, dressage, a little bit of falconry with our falcon Natasha, as well as all the real medieval tournament games, the jousting, javelin, ring toss, broadsword fighting, and as I tell everybody, it is extremely real. It's choreographed, but extremely real. It is a high caliber stunt show, and when you see those sparks fly off those swords, those are real sparks. That is titanium clashing with titanium.
Wow.
So it is a very high caliber stunt show, so we're excited to have you here today, and of course the beautiful Andalusian stallions. We are the world's top breeder of the Andalusian stallion, which is the rare breed of Spanish medieval war horse that we use in our show. We're very proud of our Andalusian stallions, so we look forward to some beautiful pageantry for you today with those horses.
Well, I am very excited, so let's walk inside and watch the show.
All right, great, and don't forget, now, we need to wash our hands before we get in. We do serve a 4-course medieval feast, all just like in the real medieval era with your hands you're going to be eating today. So we've got on the menu today, we've got a garlic focaccia bread, we've got tomato bisque soup, roasted chicken, barbecued spare rib, herb-basted potato, pastry of the castle, and your choice of a Pepsi product. So I hope you came hungry.
I did. I brought my appetite.
You're not a vegetarian, are you?
I am not.
Okay, well, we do have a fabulous vegetarian meal. Just check it on that to make sure we have a fabulous meal for veggies also. But we'll stick with the meat eaters meal today.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Folks, I'm privileged to be behind the scenes here in Medieval Times in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, a lot of old cowboys get to come here and hang around with the knights and stuff. Once again, I'm interviewing somebody with a very hard to pronounce last name, Mark Passarello.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Very good.
Thank you.
Mark, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Mark Passarello. I'm the head knight at Medieval Times Myrtle Beach. I've worked here for 17 years. Done approximately 5,000 shows in my 17 years. I'm in charge of all the stunts, the stunt fight choreography, and training new knights and new horses to do the stunts and the fights in the show.
Well, we were talking before the show, and you had a quite interesting story how you ended up in Myrtle Beach. You mind sharing that with us?
Yeah, I wasn't always a horseman. I never knew how to ride a horse before 17 years ago. I was an electrician. I helped build this location. I lived in Charleston, South Carolina.
That's kind of shocking.
Oh, well, okay. Anyway, but yeah, I was an electrician, and we built the Medieval Times here. And when I saw the show, I quit that day. I told my foreman. I looked at him and I said, we were eating our chicken with no silverware with our hands and licking our fingers. I said, I quit. I'm going to do that. And all those electricians and all those guys like, you're crazy, man. You're not going to do that. And then now when they ask me for tickets, I said, man, you're crazy. I'm not getting you tickets. So yeah, humble beginnings, but I knew what I wanted. As soon as I saw that show, it was done. That was it.
So you worked your way up from, you said a squire. You want to share that story with me, make sure I get it right?
Yeah, it's a feudal system. I mean, there's a hierarchy here. When you first get here and you don't know what you're doing, I mean, you're the guy with the pooper scooper and dressing the horses and cleaning the horses and handing the knights their weapons and setting the show up each day. And you get your time to train and you use the time wisely. Move on up the ladder. But
Well, we were talking, and so you know some people that I know. So where's your hometown and where did you grow up?
Charleston, South Carolina is where I was born, but I grew up in Monk's Corner.
Monk's Corner.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
a lot of history there from back in the Revolutionary.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
lot of-
Francis Marion. It's a great place to grow up. I'm really proud of my upbringing.
Well, I think you can kind of show us how all the paraphernalia that you wear. You don't
Yes,
call
sir.
it paraphernalia. It's
Not
gear.
quite.
What do you call it?
Equipment.
There you go.
Equipment, costume,
All right,
wardrobe.
Well, let's show the folks here. Step one.
Well, I'm getting ready to go out and do a fight in the show, this morning's performance, and so I'm going to get ready in my armor and my tunic and all my gloves and everything I need to sword fight and ride a horse.
Well, now you mentioned that, so you're going to be a good guy, bad guy on this show, or what?
Bad guy today, if you know the look here, is better suited for the villain than the prince. So that's what I do best. I'm the bad guy.
All right, well, show us what you got here.
All right. Well, first you got to put the hood on. Get ready. Make it as authentic as possible with the hood and the chainmail shirt and pants and everything. All right. I'm going to get my jousting armor. All real metal.
I need to get me some of this when I come home late for going out. I'm always late coming home from hunting. My wife's always asking me, I need to get me some armor.
Well, I can get you a sword too if you think it helps.
No, she would take the sword, and then I'd come on the bad end of that one.
You never know, you might have deserved it. So,
All right, so
be
you call
sympathetic
this?
to the wife.
So what do you call this?
It's armor, jousting
Okay,
armor.
okay.
This is the Green Knight's combat armor. And every day, when we do the combat version of the show, we got to get suited up for protection and the look. I mean, we try to make things as authentic as possible.
Will this
Yes,
be
you can.
similar to what the actual knights back in the 14, 15?
These shoulder pauldrons, exactly. Now, there's modified without not being a full set because this is a dinner show. I mean,
Right.
We don't want people actually getting hurt, and it's choreographed to a degree.
Right.
But as you'll see, even with the choreography, it's very, very dangerous stuff. So this works both as a protection and a look for the for
Right.
the period. All right. After this, I got to get my tunic.
You said your tunic, right?
Yes, sir. Tunic, just like in medieval times.
I thought he
Old
said
tunic.
tonic.
Yeah, you were hoping.
Can't drink that. So, whichever character you're portraying, the equipment or the uniform is not the
Yes,
uniform.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay,
Yes,
got it.
it's heraldry. And just like in regular medieval Spain, people were from a certain kingdom in medieval Spain had certain colors and certain
Gotcha.
symbols on their flags and things like that. It's heraldry. It's how you identified somebody in the field of battle. The color, here I have a dragon. See, everything about the character I'm doing now is to be intimidating because I'm the bad guy. Scream the bad guy.
And you're the green, you said?
Green Knight.
Green Knight.
The Green Knight, yes, sir. All right, we're back over here. Yeah, I didn't even use the microphone.
I kind of need one of them.
Yeah, I got the winter notch and I got the summer notch.
Well, one thing
I'm still on winter notch right now.
well, I noticed real quick that a lot of these knights are in very good shape. You have to be buff, I believe that's what they were saying.
It is stunt work. It's the stunts that we do in the show are very, very much Hollywood caliber stunt work. As far
Right.
as the jousting, the falls, we do get dismounted from the horse at a full gallop.
You were mentioning that some of your knights are actually in the new reality show Jousting. Is that correct?
It's full metal jousting, yes, sir. I'm very proud of the fact that 3 of the guys I trained from scratch, not knowing anything about horses at all, I trained how to ride, both joust and do the stunt falls. Yes, 3 of the gentlemen on the show Full Metal Jousting I trained personally here in Myrtle Beach.
That's
very proud
impressive.
of that. Very proud.
And you started out as an electrician. Goes
yeah.
to prove it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yes, sir. That's it. I like that.
All right, Mark, you're getting your spurs on. It looks like I won't need to spur you on today. Hey, tell us a little bit about the horses you riding here today.
Well, the signature horse at medieval times is the Spanish Andalusian stallion, and it's the national horse of Spain. It's very much the type of animal that would be used during the medieval times. Napoleon rode an Andalusian.
Right.
They're a war horse. But today, for the show that I'm getting ready to do now, is I'm riding an American quarter horse named Mouse.
Mouse.
Yes, sir. Favorite horse in the whole castle. Fastest horse here. Being head knight, I get top pick, and I don't want no slow horse, so I got me a nice fast one.
Let's head on out.
Yes, sir.
Greetings, my lords and ladies. I'm Sir David of Macedonia here at Medieval Times in beautiful Myrtle Beach. Stay tuned after this for more horse tales.
Jennifer, this show has been so much fun. What is the storyline of the show?
Great, I'm glad to hear you're enjoying the story. Isn't it really cool? Well, basically, if you notice at the beginning of the show, the barbarians came out and they captured the prince. So the storyline is that the king has sent the prince to deliver a treaty of peace to a partnering nation. And as he sets off to deliver that treaty, he's captured by the evil barbarians who are all under the assistance of one of the traitor knights in the show. So now we're here at the tournament games portion of the show. You've seen a little pageantry, you've seen a little dressage, seen a little falconry, and now they're going to finish off with the tournament games, and we're going to find out who the traitor in the story is.
And the crowd's going wild.
The crowd's going wild. So after we find out who the traitor is in the story, of course, hopefully at the end, the prince will be returned to the princess. Wow. So we've been running this show here since 2008. In just a few months, and this is really super special news, we are going to be premiering an all brand new medieval production. All new costumes, all new characters, a whole new storyline, all new action, all new games, all new costumes, all new music and soundtrack. Our soundtrack was created by composer Daniel May, who does IMAX and Steven Spielberg films. He is a world-renowned composer. And our soundtrack was done especially for medieval times. So everything the music is choreographed to all the action and everything that takes place in the show. A lot of people don't know that. And it is really unique. A lot of shows just use other people's music, where everything we have is especially choreographed and made for medieval times. So we're extremely proud of that. And it was recorded in Prague by one of the Prague Symphony Orchestras. So, and this new soundtrack that's coming out with the new show, really fabulous. Again, done by Daniel May, very edgy. Can't wait.
That's impressive. We'll have to come back and see that show.
Okay, wait. I'll have you back in June for the grand premiere of the new Medieval Times production.
Yeah, that'll be so much fun.
All right, Mark, we're getting ready to, show me what you're getting ready to do now.
Getting ready for what we call the horseback bola fight here. It's the opening fight of the show. I'm going to be fighting against the Red Knight, being the evil Green Knight. I'm going to have my joust helmet. Okay, this is not an actual joust. It's going to be a sword fight here. So Green Knight's taking a little extra piece of equipment out there that not everybody else is. So, my sword. My shield. And my lance. Trusty Squire Kevin. Thank you, sir. Now I'm ready to joust or sword fight or whatever anybody sees fit to have happen. If the king tells me to sword fight, I can sword fight. He wants to joust, I can do that too.
All right.
Mouse, we're ready.
All right. Go get him, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Folks, the horses here at Medieval Times are fantabulous. We are really having a great time. Hope you are too, and that brings us to the vet tip of the day.
Hey there, my name's Adam Eichelberger, and I'm a veterinarian with the South Carolina State Veterinarian's Office in Clemson University. Today we're just evaluating your horse. One of the things that you might want to do occasionally with your horse is be able to check your horse's ears. One of the things as horse owners you don't think about sometimes is that horses can have problems with their ears whenever you're putting a bridle on or a halter on and off. They're not just being bad, actually they can develop some issues down in the ear. So one of the things that can actually get are ticks in the ears. So therefore, being able to inspect your horse's ears is very important. One of the ways, if you have a horse that just you want to train them to do it, is to come up and touch the horse's ears, be able to rub on it. Obviously, Tebow doesn't have a problem with his ears, but actually when you're actually coming over to it, you might want to stick a finger down in it, and therefore you'll be able to kind of look into the ear, make sure you know what an ear looks like normally, and then sometimes you can actually look down in there and see if there are any problems or any parasites or any bugs. Tebow's ears look good, but occasionally you will have a horse who has ear sensitivity or is having a problem putting a halter on or off, and it probably is not just because the horse is being bad. Sometimes you do need to have the horse's ears checked and actually evaluated, and it can be done by you or it can be done by a veterinarian. But if you actually look down at the ear and there's a possible infection or you see any little bugs or parasites, definitely contact your veterinarian to have them properly removed or have them properly treated. But if you have any questions about ear infections in horses or any of those kinds of issues, please contact me or contact your local veterinarian.
Folks, we always have a very interesting horsetails here on Horsetails. Mark, you impressed me a while ago. You said you've done over 5,000 shows.
Yes, sir, that's
and
correct.
you only didn't finish one.
Yes, unfortunately, I don't have a perfect record when it comes to completing all the performances. It's a live stunt show with horses, and you can imagine all the things that could go wrong when you're sword fighting and jousting and purposely doing stunt falls off a horse. And unfortunately, I don't have a perfect record. Out of 5,000 shows, I've completed all 4,999 of them. And one day, while doing a stunt fall, during the show, live performance, doing the stunt, the horse actually bucked and kicked me in the head, knocked me unconscious. So here we are in front of 1,200 people doing a live performance, and I'm in the final fight of the show, the finale. The whole show is hinging on this one moment, and here I am knocked out cold in the show. So the guys come over and they could tell, everybody knew that knew the show, that worked the show, knew it wasn't right. They come over and tried to wake me up, tried to get me up, and I come to, and I stood up once, and I fell right back down, and I said, I can do this, come on, there's 1,200 people, you gotta go, the show must go on. I got up again, and I fell down again. And then I tried one more time, and cooler heads prevailed. Somebody came over and said, come on, we got to go. And they drug me out of the arena, and that night the performance wasn't as perfect as it could have been. We, live theater with horses has its challenges.
Well, one thing that impressed me, you talking about you train most all these guys, is really how physical fit you and all these other guys are. So
Yes, sir. It's choreographed. It's not real per se, but it is, because the physical demands on your body to do these stunt falls, to ride horses, to fight in the arena with these weapons. It's heavy. So yeah, you got to keep yourself in shape. Our bodies are our moneymaker. We make our living through what our bodies are physically able to do. So you got to take care of yourself.
Well, we appreciate that, Horsetail.
Yes, sir.
I believe I'm gonna get another one out of before I leave.
Okay, you got it.
We've had a blast here today at Medieval Times. We've had so much fun. We're gonna be back next week with some more action from our Medieval Times experience.
That's right, folks. We're gonna take you behind the scenes of some rarely seen experiences. So until next week, keep your reins low and your hands quiet.
Be sure to check out horsetailstv.com for all of our upcoming events. Also, like us on Facebook and visit us on Twitter. See you next week.